It is what it is, but that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can.
In a new interview overnight, the president insisting the pandemic is under control in the U.S., despite the rising number of deaths and cases. The president playing show and tell, showing charts to try and support his claims.
The United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world. Lower than Europe.
But that's not the full picture.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
You can't do that. You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases.
More than 1,000 lives are lost each day in the U.S. because of the coronavirus. The U.S. death rate is now the fourth highest death rate in the world. And the CDC is now predicting that by August 22nd, the death toll could reach 173,000. President Trump saying it's not his fault.
When I took over, we didn't even have a test. Now, in all fairness,
why would you have a test?
No test.
The virus didn't exist.
It comes after his attack on a member of his own task force, Dr. Deborah Birx, after she offered a grim assessment of the resurgence of cases.
It is extraordinarily widespread.
The president tweeting, in order to counter Nancy, Deborah took the bait and hit us. Pathetic. The president then trying to scale it back.
I think we're doing very well. I told Dr. Birx I think we're doing very well. She was in my office a little while ago. She's a person I have a lot of respect for.
But he keeps going against his own experts, offering this rosy spin.
We're beginning to see evidence of significant progress.
And despite all the data, the president today tweeting, "Open the schools," as the debate continues on whether to have in-person classes. Many states opting to start the school year online with the rising cases. And Dr. Anthony Fauci says even though the percentage is low, there is still a risk when it comes to children and COVID.
There still is a risk. Children can get seriously ill.
Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, negotiations continue for another coronavirus relief package. Lawmakers say Monday's meeting was productive, but both parties remain at odds over key issues. There'll be more meetings today as we wait for a deal to be reached. And you can count on Local 10 for complete coverage out of Washington. We have a full-time bureau in our nation's capital. Our D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo will be live in Washington on Local 10 News at 5. Right now,